Hello YouTube, this is Justin Game 44, and today we are here to visit Journey to the Snowcano and Dragon 9 Mountains review. Now, this episode was honestly interesting. It's focused on June. Now, with this episode, both June and all the other riders are trying to fight off the flyers again. I forgot what they're called already. I keep forgetting their names. Flameflowers, I think that's what they're called. Once again, they're back, but only for a quick second. Wu and Wei use up all their might to actually get them all the way back, but sadly they failed. Well, not failed. They just basically ran out of juice, but the dragons already left. Wu and Wei are now basically tired and exhausted and are kind of sick. They don't really feel any better, and they don't really get any better. As June is getting worried as they've been taking drinks, but yet they still do not get better after a little rest. And everything wanted to get starting worried. At this point, though, Tom has discovered the Book of Dragons, where basically that was in the scroll, which I got to be honest with you, that Cyndaryl was, I'm just calling a scroll that had a book inside of it the whole entire time. Now, the reason why I already said this back in the whole, when I first talked about this, before Season 3, and I already knew why, what was inside was because, really, they made a Lego toy of this, and they revealed what was inside of the whole entire cylinder thing. Now, fun fact, there was no key, and it was not some puzzle that they had somehow cracked to unlock it. It was neither of those, because that's how it was first depend, but the Viking helmet Tom had apparently had a secret key in it all along, where it basically connects to the strike class symbol on the side, and it opens right up. Now, I got to be honest with you guys, the way how that twist was really not work. I mean, the strike class symbol being where it was on the back of Viking's helmet in Season 1, Episode 1, and then Tom realized it at the end of the season, was a good idea, because they did it right. But honestly, after that, with this holder, oh wait, the helmet has a secret piece to it, where basically a horn is actually a key to unlock it, which I'm like, what? I really got to ask, what was Hiccup or his kids thinking of all this? But really, we'll get into that by the time we get to the end of the season. Now, really, after all that, basically, with this book, they're now able to see the main characters of How to Train Your Dragon. They see Fizzlage, Snarlout, Roughnut, Tutnut, Asteroid, and, well, Hiccup. They see all those kids all around again, and the way how they all look around to be in the second movie of How to Train Your Dragon 2. Now, quite honestly, it's an interesting thing the way how they all look in this version. The book is actually supposed to be a new version that they made, and quite honestly, it's really great looking. We see some of my favorite dragons, and of course one of my old favorites was the Whispering Death. Now, in this version, it's kind of interesting what we see here, but apparently they might have actually figured out what was going wrong, and as it turns out, the book has information about the hidden world, and including the ice realm, where apparently we see two-headed dragons, where basically Wu and Wei are going there, and everyone's following them. Now, the winds are way hard to go through, so they have to slowly climb, and that's with the dragons. The dragons don't really have that much of a problem, but it's with Wu and Wei that they're able mostly. Don't have any problems at all, while every other dragon is having a problem. Along with the dragon riders. They don't like slipping around, but still. When they get halfway up, they almost get poisoned to death, because that's actually what it is. Now, when D'Angelo said the skull was for spinning, I actually really thought, when he was holding the book, I thought he was actually being serious, like, is the book enchanted or something? But no, as it turns out, there was poison gas anywhere, which I got to ask, what causes that? I'm curious. But nonetheless, the dragons are apparently not able to get poisoned. I guess dragons are immune to it. But nonetheless, all the dragons are able to get their riders out in time, and get them almost to the tippy top. Now, really, throughout this whole entire episode, June is bringing up her entire myth and legend stories again. And she kind of brings up why she cares so much about these stories. Is because they may not be true for a fact, but they did came somewhere, but they're also supposed to guide people or represent something. which, I mean, yeah, true in a way, but still. She makes up this big speech of how they help her, her mother, I mean, not her mother, her father, and her grandmother. I got to say, it's nice that she re-brought up her grandmother again. She hadn't brought up her since season 1 when she first met Ewan Wang. It was an interesting fact. Now, nonetheless, she says if you want to go back, fine, but I know this is what's best. And thus, she believes in Wu and Wei are going to get help by going to the top of the mountain. And what do we find? A Wu and Wei Titan Wing. Okay, I cannot deny, but this Titan Wing dragon was absolutely amazing. I love the way how it looked. Its color design and everything was amazing. Being black and white and its mane and fur being white and black as well, like yin and yang. To me, that was just amazing. And honestly, I kind of wish that's the way how this dragon would have been for Wu Wei at the very beginning of the series. I think it would have looked a way more better combination. But really here, Wu, instead of having that big bright color scheme of gold, blue, red, I get the point. Those are like Chinese colors for the Chinese dragon. Because I have seen they really get a lot of information. Like golden horns I have seen, and red and blue dragons. But still, dang, that's too much color if you ask me, for one dragon, especially if it has two heads. But this Titan Wing is far more bigger and looks far more powerful. And I have to say, far more amazing. Now they pick up the dragon and actually are about to dump it into the volcano. Well, snowcano. But Tom quickly warns them, wondering possibly going to fall the dragon to their death. And quite honestly, that's a bad thing because they don't want Uinwei to die, but everyone believes it, so they try to stop it. But eventually, June realizes the dragon's not trying to hurt them at all, trying to protect them. And so they all eventually allow the dragon to do what it needs to do. And as it turns out, inside the snow volcano was a hot spring where more dragons, which I cannot believe it, but there are so many recolored designs of Uinwei. Green versions, blue versions. It's really amazing. But yet we got this version of a blue and red. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it just seems with the color scheme, color pattern they choose for the main color of this dragon looks too bright, too colorful compared to all the other versions that look more right. That's just my honest opinion. Now, Tom realizes perhaps the Vikings didn't fully understand, as June have said, because Vikings weren't the only ones that knew about dragons existing. And so, Tom realizes she's right, and she realizes it's time for them to add on more to that book. And he tries to draw over the faces of the creepy two-headed Titan Wing Uin Wang and make them look more nicer. Which he basically ruined the book, drawing all over it, which a book like that is worth a fortune when you think about it, if it's been thousands of years old. And just coloring all over it is kind of very disrespectful. He should have made his own book of it, where he could basically write down everything when he learns. Now, besides all that, June and Tom, Uin Wei is back to normal and everything's happy. Now, of course, you know what this means. We have seen Plowhorn's family, we have seen Featherhind's family, and we have now seen Uin Wei's family. We have seen 3 other kinds of dragons' families, and now all we have left is Uin Wei. Well, not Uin Wei, Thunder's family to find. And that is not going to be so long to wait. 3 seasons, 3 dragons, families found. What will the 4th season bring that we are in now? Okay, we'll be getting into that soon. There really isn't that much to talk about here. They did went up to a journey with the Snow Mountain, but I did basically explain it. I just left out a lot of the jokes and everything, really. Not really much memorable that would keep saying laughing my pants off, but still. Honestly, me and my dragon people actually did enjoy this, but them trying to stop the dragon was kind of a bit long. Kind of wish they would try to get to know more about this dragon's beliefs, or try to find out more about its history. Like, really, with the book, they don't know, they can't really read it yet because it's in a different language. Of course, it makes sense. It's around the ruin language. So technically, it's going to take some time to translate all of it. But nonetheless, it still was a good book now that they have it. I have no doubt Tom will somehow be able to translate the book. Maybe with Google Translate or this, whatever, he will eventually find the names and discover who these people are. Although I wonder if Eugene will make fun of Snotloud's name. I mean, Snotloud, Fish Legs, Rough Nut, Tough Nut, Hiccup. Except for Astro, that's a real name. But really, other than that, that's basically it. Anyway, tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.